Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Week 6 edition of SmackDown. And this is the Go Home Show, the final episode of SmackDown before your SmackDown exclusive No Surrender pay-per-view. Now, of course, we've been having a whole lot of pay-per-views as of late. We had our Limit Raw exclusive pay-per-view. We had the Bare Legal ECW exclusive pay-per-view. And now SmackDown's exclusive pay-per-view, No Surrender, which will probably be... I'll probably record on matches later on in the day. I already had all these matches recorded on either yesterday or the day before yesterday. And I'm just finally deciding to do a voiceover right now. So, yeah. Anyway. So, time to run out through the match card. But your first matchup here tonight is going to be the begin of the Cruiserweight title 8-man tournament. Seemed like Raw's X-Division title tournament. It seemed like ECW's Hardcore Lightweight title tournament. Okay, so we have Ultimo Dragon taking on Juventud Guerrera. Now, of course, both of these men, they are having their debuts here over on SmackDown. Seems like Raw and ECW, they've been having a whole lot of debuts as well. Of course, Raw, the debuts of the Morrissey Machine Guns, Chris Hero and Samoa, that was a good one. And ECW with the debut of Minoru Suzuki at their barely legal pay-per-view, which was a very, very shocking debut. Suzuki, of course, probably going to challenge Corbin for the ECW Championship. But that's something else for a different time. As we are in SmackDown, the A show, the Better Wrestling Ability show. Anyway, here we go. So, Cruiserweight title tournament. We got Dragon, we got Guerrera. So, let's see on who can win this matchup. Of course, this is going to most certainly be a high-flying matchup. So, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. This is going to be a great night of action as we go on into your second matchup. Rhyno and Slater, they're going to take on the Young Bucks, and this is going to be a number one contenders match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Now, of course, we've been having like this little time rivalry with the Young Bucks, Rhyno and Slater, and DX, in which where on last week's edition of SmackDown, we had Triple H versus Heath Slater versus Nick Jackson, and whoever won that matchup, they will automatically advance into the SmackDown Tag Title picture at the No Surrender pay-per-view, in which Triple H won, and so it'll be him and Shawn Michaels, the team of DX, and they'll automatically advance, and they're gonna be one-to-ones in the vacant SmackDown Tag Titles matchup, and it's gonna be either against Rhyno and Slater or Young Bucks, whoever wins that contest. So let's see on how that goes. Next up, in the third matchup, we got Big Kidman versus James Storm. Now, of course, we've been having multiple matches between Robert Roode / Bobby Roode and James Storm, along with versus the team of Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman. So now, Mysterio and Kidman, I don't believe they're scheduled to be in this tournament, but we shall see. The tournament bracket's not fully, set up yet. I'm just doing random cruiserweight matches as I go along for each tournament, for the Raw X-Division title tournament, the ECW Hardcore Lightweight title tournament, and the SmackDown Cruiserweight title tournament. I have not really done any brackets, so yeah, it's just how it is. Anyway, as we go into your fourth matchup, it's gonna be a humongous 6-man tag team matchup, and of course we're gonna be doing these tag team matches to set up rivalries, or continue some. So far, it's been continuing all of them. Now, of course, we have had multiple tag team matches with Cesaro and Kota Ibushi taking on Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins. We've had 2 or 3 tag team matches of that. I believe probably 2 or 3. Yeah, nothing over 4, nothing under 2. Probably 2, probably 3. And so, for this one, we're going to have John Cena, Cesaro, and Kota Ibushi taking on each one of their rivals. Chris Hero, which is John Cena's rival, Samoa Joe, which is Cesaro's rival, and Seth Rollins, which is Kota Ibushi's rival. And of course, all these rivalries will come to an end at your No Surrender pay-per-view. And man, is it gonna be a great pay-per-view for sure. I think I'm gonna like the No Surrender pay-per-view better than my Orlando pay-per-view and better than the ECW Bare Legal pay-per-view. So, but we shall see on how that unfolds once time comes around, and once I bother to do a voiceover after I just record the matches, because I already got the matches covered anyway. So I'm not calling the action all that much. I usually don't call the action that much in the first matchup. So, in case you guys are new, I don't usually call the matchup all that much in the first match. It depends on how long the match is, I guess, and how long it takes me to talk. And anyway, your fifth and final matchup, we're going to have Aleister Black taking on Ryback. Now, of course, they shown in the last week's fallout of SmackDown, we had Jim Cornette, your SmackDown GM, announce a triple threat matchup in the main event of No Surrender to see who will become the first ever World Heavyweight Champion. And it's going to be between Ryback, Dolph Ziggler, and Aleister Black. Now, of course, ladies and Dolph Ziggler, he's not here tonight. He has been given the day off. Because every week on SmackDown, he has showed up. Every week from 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way up to the 5th week, which was last week, he has showed up here on SmackDown. So he's going to get the week off before the pay-per-view. Because Ziggler, he is a workhorse. As Black, I believe this is his 3rd week here. And Ryback, I believe this is his 4th week here on SmackDown. 4th or 3rd. And as Black, probably 2nd or 3rd. Anyway, that should be a great triple threat matchup at the pay-per-view, as we're now going to decide to call the action. So right now, Ultimo Dragon, imagine if he becomes Cruiserweight champion off this matchup. That would for sure be great. I see it on the Swanton after like 2 dropkicks, I believe. To jueventud Guerrera. Now Guerrera, and there goes Ultimo Dragon over the top rope. He took a nasty fall. And jueventud Guerrera with the 450 splash, I believe that probably was. I don't know, the upper part of the screen was, it was where, I don't know. Probably just regular crossface. I don't know, didn't fully see it. Anyway, now Lion Tamer. Now Ultimo Dragon, he's trying to wear down jueventud Guerrera. And now jueventud, he's in a precarious position. As we now got Ultimo Dragon. Knee against the back of the neck. That's of course gonna work. Now jueventud Guerrera, he's gonna answer back the favor with one of his own. Both of these men count 6. Now, of course, the only count that's ever happened so far here in this universe was for the, I don't know, I really can't remember. Yeah, no, it was previously in the week 6 edition of Raw, in which we had Ricochet versus Cody Rhodes in the semifinals of the Raw Exhibition Title Tournament, and in which Ricochet won by countout because Cody Rhodes did not get into the ring. He did not get inside the ring in time, and that was a great matchup as well in the week 6 edition of Raw. So anyway, going back to SmackDown action. No one cares about Raw, no one cares about AEW here. A nice hair crown by jueventud Guerrera into the pin. Can this one be it? Ladies and gentlemen, that actually is it. I said that not really all that happy for none, to be fair. Anyway, jueventud Guerrera, he advances further. And he's going to advance from the quarterfinals to now the semifinals. And it is going to be against whoever wins the Cruiserweight title tournament matchup, the other quarterfinals matchup, between Eddie Guerrero and Kofi Kingston. And I know I just spoiled the debut. Eddie Guerrero, he's going to be debuting on SmackDown. Now, of course, they're not official members of the brand, but I'm just going to do a whole lot of debuts. So Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero, they debut on SmackDown. Let's see on what Eddie and Chavo could do. We're not too sure about Chavo yet, but let's see on what Eddie could do here. I see right there, Nick Jax goes out top rope. He got caught into a power driver from the man beast Rhyno. And Rhyno and Slater, they have the upper hand on the Young Bucks. Now, of course, the Young Bucks, they have not been doing all that well, though. Team suplex from Matt and Nick takes out Rhyno. And Rhyno, he's just going to shake it off. There's a reason to ask why this man is called a man beast. He's not one to be reckoned with, I guess you would say. So Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson, they're going to probably be learning that here tonight. But, of course, they did learn it in, like, week 2, I believe. But still, this is greater match implications as Heath Slater's now tagged inside. A good thing. Because now that gives the Young Bucks a great opportunity of winning this matchup now. A better one than in case of Rhinos. And now, of course, the Young Bucks, they've lost other matches here on SmackDown. So has Adam Cole over in ECW, except for previously when he won the quarterfinals matchup against Sin Cara to advance further into the hardcore lightweight title division tournament. So he did get his first win. But coming into that, he was 0-3. Now he's 1-3. He's not doing all well. So see the Young Bucks, if they could become 1-3, I believe, or will they go down to 0-4 here, or 0-3? I can't fully remember now. But the Young Bucks, they have not been doing all well here in SmackDown. They change it all around by again this number 1 contender's shot, and by defeating DX if they even do win this matchup here. But we shall see. As we got Matt. Never mind, we got Nick now. Got Nick Jackson and Heath Slater. 2-on-1 handicap advantage here for Young Bucks. Momentarily is working. Nails the dropkick by Nick. And now Nick Jackson is under control with the half leg grab on Heath Slater. And so Nick Jackson and the Young Bucks, He's making the Young Bucks be under control here. Turns into a nice Boston Crab submission hold. Nice transition from Nick. And ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Heath Slater. He's struggling now. Back into a half-leg crab. That is some impressive transitions, I guess you would say, from Nick Jackson. So, Heath Slater, he's been in this hold for quite a while. His legs must be worn down by now as he finally gets out of it. Has Nick Jackson up, nails a power driver out of all moves that Heath Slater has done. I don't think I've seen him done power driver. I see Nick Jackson. He's feeling the effects. As soon as he got up, he stumbled back down, backbreaker into a camel clutch, and that was an even better transition from Rhyno. And now Nick, he's gonna probably tag in Matt and ladies and gentlemen, yes, he does. Matt Jackson, the brother of Nick Jackson, is now in this matchup. Misses the super kick and gut wrench, deadlift, neck breaker by Rhyno. That was impressive. Tries to do it again. This time to Matt Jackson only. Last time it was more impressive. He did it against all two men, like we saw a few moments ago. Nick Jackson, he takes a nasty bump on the outside. See what happens here. 2-1 handicap. One here with Heath Slater attacking Matt, and both men, they fall. Rhyno and Nick. Rhyno, he took probably a nastier bump. His probably ribs, I guess, hit like the side of that, of those steel steps. That was not a graceful fall at all. But to fall, you're not supposed to be looking all graceful when you fall down necessarily. So, yeah. Both men on count of 5 now. Matt, he was being worn down by Heath Slater. Now Rhyno, he's being worn down by Nick. Big bye drop, just deadlifts him. Lifted him like he was nothing up into the air. Rhyno, of course, most experienced one of all of them in this matchup. ECW original, not in the ECW roster. Does see right there, Nick Jackson. He misses wild off the top rope. I'm not Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson. My bad. And so, Heath Slater, he's gonna try to wear down Matt Jackson. And now Rhyno, I was about to yell gore, but nope, just a simple takedown to Nick. So now ladies and gentlemen, Rhyno, he's probably the fan favorite one in this matchup. Now, of course, while the fans they do love the Young Bucks, but of course Rhyno, he's been the most impressive here, to say the least. I see her there. Nice tornado DDT from Matt Jackson, and he's gonna stick with it into a submission hold. Slater, he's gonna break it up. It's on the ring apron anyway, so it won't necessarily count. No, I think it does though. Oh, there. Both men on count of 1 now. They've been on the outside ring for a pretty lengthy amount of time. Not all that much, but the outside ring, that's just, just been the spot where most wrestlers go to, I guess you'd say. That's a half-leg crab from Rhyno. Right to Matt Jackson. Now, Nick, he's going to have to try to help out his brother here. Easy nail super kick on Heath Slater and Rhyno right here. Haven't seen that much super kicks here in humorous mode all that much from Bullet Club members. If anything, we've probably seen more from Dolph Ziggler. And now suplex power driver. Impressive from Rhyno. Now, he's just going to let Matt Jackson out to dry. Matt's on count of 7 now. Make that 8. Can this be it? Rhyno, he's done. He knows that this match is over at this point. And just like that, Rhyno and Slater, they're going to advance. That's no contenders, never mind. Matt Jackson gets that ring on the count of 9. Impressive, very impressive. Nice counter to a Cesaro takedown after being locked inside Nick Lock. Camel clutch by Matt Jackson. Now that's kind of unorthodox, but hey, anything to wear down Rhyno, I guess, will work. Never mind, Rhyno back suplex. He nails the roll up after. Can he steal the victory here? No, 2 count. And he's going to tag in. He's there, Matt Jackson. He's not going to pin Nick. He's not going to tag in Nick. So Rhyno nails the crossbody. Ladies and gentlemen, Heath Slater pins either Nick or Matt. That's going to be a major upset, and that almost happened. I believe that was a 1 count, though. 1 or 2 count. Definitely not 3. Will never be a 3. Matt Jackson snaps suplex to Heath Slater into the pin. This one could probably be it. Never mind. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually pinned, if that move actually ended Slater. I really wouldn't be surprised at all. It's a 2-1 handicap situation here. Nick, he could just get inside the ring, super kick Rhyno off him. Referee's telling Rhyno get up. Just not gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as Heath Slater puts in the anaconda vice, Matt Jackson is gonna immediately tap out. Slater and Rhyno, they are number 1 contenders, and they'll face off against DX for those vacant SmackDown Tag Team Championships. at the No Surrender pay-per-view. I feel like it would be more star-studded if it was the Young Bucks, but hey, well, what you gonna do? As we go into rivalry action here once more, we got a whole lot of rivalries here on SmackDown. Got a whole lot planned as well. So we got Big Kidman, one half of his tag team with Rey Mysterio and himself, against James Storm, who's of course one half of his whole tag team with Bobby Roode, of course known as Beer Money Incorporated. So now, anyway, back into the action now. Big Kidman, nice bridge suplex. That will be a rope break though. That's a shame. That was a beautiful bridge suplex. And super kick by James Storm. See, we see more super kicks from non-Bullet Club members here. And another super kick. This time to the back of the head. You know what? Screw this. Super kick counter. That's 2 super kicks. Multiple stomps. Blocks the punch. And there's Big Kidman. He's getting absolutely demolished by James Storm here. Cowboy James Storm. Look at him now. Mind spin heel kick from Big Kidman. Just like that, Kidman could be on the road. Another spin heel kick. That's probably like his answer back towards the super kicks. And now kick up from James Storm. Both these men having highly competitive matchups in the first few seconds, 2 minutes, 2 moments in this matchup. And with leg stream from James Storm now, trying to wear down Big Kidman. Of course, it's not gonna make Kidman tap out, especially disheartening the matchup. If it does, well then, wow, embarrassing. But of course, it necessarily and probably most likely will not. He still has leg strength. Never mind. Big Kidman, he's gonna get out of it now. Big Kidman, of course, the more high flyer. 2/3 super kick. That's 3 super kicks in the super kick counter. This is gonna be fun. Of course, it's always fun to watch James Storm stuff. Kick up from Big Kidman, answering back to what James Storm did earlier. And another super kick. The 4th one just completely probably rocked Big Kidman so out of his face and body. Like what a sell that was. And now, James Storm, he has the upper hand. He's been on the upper hand for most of this matchup. And now on the ring apron as well. And the Eye of a Storm. Or the Eye of the Storm. I can't fully remember what it's called. Where? I know it has something to do with eyes and storms. See, it says Monday Night Football. That notification. See? I recorded this on Monday. I recorded this on like Monday night, like 1-2 hours before SmackDown. Before Raw. And we're going back into real life action here in humorous mode. Steel steps are now out and lays down precarious position here. And Billy Kidman, I thought he was going to fall through the steel steps. He takes probably even rougher landing on the outside. James Storm off the ropes, nails the frog splash. Then the leg drop. Now multiple more moves. Billy Kidman, this is just not his night so far. Nails the tornado DDT, sticks with it into a submission hold. And now nice counter from Big Kidman. Just as that, the tables have now quickly turned. And it can turn in that much quick of a manner. To be completely fair and honest. So, of course, that's how impressive. That's how impressive it could end up being. From momentum shifts in the universe mode, especially since it's Big Kidman, so you're expected to be high flying, and that's exactly what kind of has turned out. See, James Storm just simply kicks Big Kidman off the ring apron, and now the momentum has shifted once more. James Storm, he's been having the most momentum so far. His back hit the stretcher, swanton from Big Kidman, and Storm, he's busted open a little bit. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, did you see the way Big Kidman just fell down onto the ground? He fell head first. I won't be surprised if James Storm's lets this happen via countout. Big Kidman's head is not injured, but ladies and gentlemen, that was a gruesome landing. Now a hammerlock, insult to injury from James Storm. Cowboy James Storm showing no mercy against Big Kidman here. So that's the vicious attitude we like over here in SmackDown. Of course, Raw likes vicious attitude more. They kiss up to the heels. Easter, they kiss up to the faces. Anyway, both men count 6 here. And Big Kidman gets here before James Storm, which is surprisingly enough. Because Kidman, he took a nasty landing. Misses the drop kick now, and that's going to be costly. That's going to be costly. Another super kick. How many super kicks did that been? 5? And he hits him with the UKW, aka TNA tag team titles. You know what? This is exhibition mode. I don't care. James Storm wins by disqualification after Rey Mysterio also lost to Rude via disqualification as well because CPU is an idiot. You know what? Whatever. I don't care anymore. Fine. Whatever. Going into a 6-man tag team action. Now, this is not the main event though. But let's see. So now you should imagine if one of these rivals pin each other's rivals. For example, we could have John Cena pin Hero. We could have Chris Hero pin John Cena. We could have Kota Ibushi pin Seth Rollins. We could have Seth Rollins pin Kota Ibushi. And of course, we could have Samoa Joe either pin Cesaro or Cesaro pin Samoa Joe. Now, of course, that would be a huge factor on how we go into the pay-per-view. Of course, as we're going to start things off with the two rivals anyway, John Cena and Chris Hero. This is going to be a great one. A little bit of preview for what to come at the No Surrender pay-per-view, which is definitely going to be an awesome pay-per-view. Kota Ibushi spin heel kick to the back of the head of Chris Hero. That gives Cena time, and ladies and gentlemen, Cesaro, the Swiss Superman, the Swiss Cyborg, whatever you want to call him. He is now in the ring. Nice, impressive suplex into a side takedown. Chris Hero is going to counter with a bulldog. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a main event worthy match up itself. Any one of these combinations here. And of course, with the referee combinations as well, that of course gives us a main event as well. John Cena and Chris Hero, Seth Rollins, Kota Ibushi, Samoa Joe, Cesaro. That's great. Now we got Rollins, and we got Cena. This is a main event matchup itself as well. Any one of these men versus any one of these men, whether it's on their own team or on the opposite team, easily a great main event. Easily, as John Cena have an ankle lock to Seth Rollins. We don't usually see Cena do ankle locks. Chris Hero, he's gonna break up the submission with a dropkick to back the head of Cena. Now back to Cena versus Hero. Cena, he does dropkick of his own, but only to Seth Rollins instead of his own rival, Chris Hero. So Joe, he's watching on, so it's Kota Ibushi. And that will be a rope break for Cena from the Hurricane, from Rollins kick up, and then Cena didn't land it, sadly. He tripped on the ropes. Anyway, now we got Rollins with this amazing striking combo. Multiple kicks and nails the super kick. And now ladies and gentlemen, John Cena is stunned. Surfboard submission hold down. Cena can tap out of that. So he quickly gets out of it. Super Cena is in the building. And everyone should most likely be scared. What's going to happen? Crossbody from Seth Rollins. That's going to be a 2 count. That was pretty close though. Rollins with a sleeper hold on to Cena. And that was my charger that whacked against my phone. I'm getting bored, so I'm just like whipping the charger, spinning around. Okay, doesn't matter. And with John Cena, Fishman suplex, he releases it. He's not going to stick with it, but he is going to go to a pin. That probably was more costly, though. That was a close 3 count, though. With that 2 count, Aleister Rollins and everyone else on his team, including Chris Hero and Samoa Joe, should have gotten very scared after that monkey flip from Seth Rollins. I could watch these two fight all day. Sadly, they're not in the rivalry. Super kick from Seth Rollins. That's the second super kick from Rollins. Altogether 7 super kicks here tonight, or probably 8. I believe one of the Young Bucks pulled off one. I'm not fully sure. Let's just say it's been 8 super kicks. Let's just say that. I'm not fully sure, but let's just say that. And with John Cena, Boston Crab, and Cena, he's going to take a very nasty landing. And there's some Samoa Joe. He's going to take control of this now. To a crossface. Now here it comes. Well, what the hell was that? Cesaro didn't even hit Samoa Joe. That Rollins, he's going to nail another super kick. And Cesaro lands in the same spot Samoa Joe landed. That is like, what, 9 super kicks now tonight? 3 of them made from Rollins. 5 of them made from James Storm. Anyway, this is a great matchup so far. I really am enjoying this. So now we got Rollins. We got Joe and Cena, as the legal men. This matchup, they're both on the ring. But now Chris Hero, cheap shot from the back. And he's going to use the bell onto Cena. Cheap shot. I think the referee saw that. Rollins, another super kick. That was now the 4th super kick. And that was going to make 10 super kicks. Or not. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Enough super count. Let's just count for Rollins. That's 4 super kicks. That's 4 super kicks. I cannot remember how many we counted before. Kota Ibushi is going to drop kick onto Samoa Joe. Now, of course, when we had Cesaro and Kota Ibushi versus Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins in tag matchup, the first one we had Ibushi pin Joe. And then the second one we had Rollins eliminate Kota Ibushi via count out. So that's another count elimination. And then after that, he pinned Cesaro. So it's like 2 eliminations in 1. So, yeah, we only had 2 matches between Cesaro and Kota Ibushi versus Rollins and Joe. Anyway, going back to the action, Cena, he nailed 2 humongous power bombs straight to Samoa Joe, trying to wear him down. And ladies and gentlemen, oh, here we go. A preview of what to come at the pay-per-view. Never mind, because the CPU makes Cesaro act like an idiot, and he makes him fall off the ropes. As soon as John Cena gets thrown off the ropes from the Samoan drop from Samoa Joe. And so that kind of shaked up the ropes and made Cesaro fall for some reason. Whatever. Bicycle kick nailed from Chris Hero. I still need adding the discus forearm to to Chris Hero's moveset. I still need to do that. Go there. Power driver from Cesaro. Nicely done. And ladies and gentlemen, Chris Hero, he is in big hot water and in big trouble here. Because now Cesaro with the upper hand. He's going to tag Kota Ibushi. I believe probably John Cena wants a piece of Chris Hero at this point. Chris Hero, he's going to counter Kota Ibushi. Nails the beautiful Hurricane. He sticks with it. And ladies and gentlemen, a man for the size of Samoa Joe and Chris Hero. Very impressive either way. As see right now, here we go. John Cena, Chris Hero. This is gonna be good. Preview what happened at No Surrender. I don't think that preview what happened in the surrender between Kota Ibushi and Seth Rollins. Hurricane from Chris Hero to John Cena. Can this one be it, ladies and what? Chris Hero, the man who lost to John Cena in one-on-one action in the Week 2 edition of SmackDown. Then of how he got jealous and said he wants to prove he's better than John Cena. And of how these men have gone to a rivalry. And of how Cena has pinned Chris Hero twice. One-on-one action and tag team action. But then Chris Hero, he's going to answer back. No, Chris Hero, he later then answers back by winning 2 tag team action matches. In which he pins Cena in 2 of them. Both these men are tied at 1-1 apiece. Made that 2-1 with Hero pinning Cena twice. Cena pinned Hero once now that I remember. And he only pinned him in 1-1 action. For a tag team one, I was thinking something else. But never mind. Anyway, main event action. Here we go. Ryback and Aleister Black. This is going to be a hell of a matchup. Of course, we had Aleister Black taking on Bray Wyatt last week. That was Aleister Black. He made quick work of the world's Bray Wyatt. I can't talk. He has not been having a great start here in this universe mode so far. Aleister Black, on the other hand, immediately has a title shot. Along with Ryback and along with Dr. Bull Ziggler, he deserves it. Aleister Black, he's done some well stuff, so he deserves it. Ryback, he deserves it. The original plan was to make it a fatal 4 between these 3 men and also Kevin Owens, both Kevin Owens being injured storyline-wise. It's shrunk it down to a triple threat. My plan, was to increase the Ziggler and Owens rivalry to let them become Owens and Black, and Ziggler and Ryback as well, to just make it a fatal 4-way matchup at the pay-per-view. But no, that's not going to be an idea. It's going to be a triple threat. I got plans for Owens once he does return from injury. Not going to announce when he's going to return from injury. Probably mostly because I don't even have it planned yet. I got an idea, though. Not going to know if I'm going to set it to work, though. Anyway, going back into the action now. Not Chris Hero. Aleister Black. Back suplex powerbomb to Ryback. Ryback gets launched back inside the ring. The amazing strength of Aleister Black. For a man of his size and weight, Aleister Black, very, very impressive. Nevertheless, of course, Ryback. He's just a monster. He's big. He's powerful. Definitely could square up against ECW's Braun Strowman and Abyss, who of course had a main event matchup. The last episode of Universe Mode, which was of course the ECW Week 6 episode. And man, what a main event that was. Those two absolutely demolished her. But in the end, Braun Strowman did win. And if I spoiled it for you guys, well then, you guys should have watched the ECW before SmackDown. Although no one rewatches the ECW ones. People mostly just watch the Raw ones. They don't really watch the SmackDown or ECW ones, but they do watch SmackDown more than ECW though. Kinda sad. I want each one to be equal. But whatever. Anyway, that was a humongous skip from Ryback like moments ago. Aleister Black, he went flying now, trying to do a body slam. Power drive probably. Never mind, counter with bit body drop. Ryback, he went flying. The strength of Aleister Black was definitely unreal. Nails the moonsault as well, and the big guy. Big guy's hungry, and he's gonna hunt on Aleister Black. Let's see if he can get momentum. Let's see if their Black nails up. Beautiful brainbuster, another moonsault. Aleister Black, no mercy being shown here against Ryback. And that should be a rope break with the figure 4 leg lock, but okay. I know I didn't set this to no disqualification rules. Is that a rope break or not? Okay, you know where. Aleister Black's gonna try to break the leg. He nails the kick up. Kicks Ryback in the process. 2-for-1 special right there, showing off. And doing damage to your opponent. Of course, that's what Dolph Ziggler does best. So, of course, Ziggler, he's watching on in this matchup from where he probably is at home in his hotel room. Now, of course, it's going to be a great main event for No Surrender pay-per-view for the World Heavyweight Championship. Then, of course, that will lead things only for 2 weeks of SmackDown to set up for the Live from the MSG live event. Well, not live event, but just event in which the World Hotel is not going to be defended. The World Hotel is not going to be defended at the Live from the MSG event, but other titles will be defended via Raw, via SmackDown, and via ECW, but not the World Hotel of SmackDown. Let's see right there, nice whatever that was. I forgot the name. Step through. Bulldog, whatever. Catapult from Ryback to Aleister Black. Aleister Black, he had a nice little rolling effect. And Ryback, he's busted wide open. And that is definitely an opportunity for Aleister Black, who's definitely going to cash in on that opportunity as well. I see her there. He has Ryback. I have to put money on Aleister Black here. He's been very, very impressive. I see her there. Never mind. Ryback trying to take the head off the shoulder blades and shoulder off of Aleister Black. What a lariat that was. My bad, I had a black moment. Okay, anyway. Aleister Black, his back just hit the steel steps. Now, of course, steel steps, they are unforgiven. They are definitely one of the most hardest furnitures you could go through in this game. As the Ryback, I thought it was going to do a power bomb through the steel steps on Aleister Black, but no, it was a power bomb, fall away, throw, whatever. As both these men, they're going to break up the count. Well, Ryback, he's on the outside now, and Aleister Black, I thought he was going to connect that. He misses the front drop kick. Ryback on the count of 3. Aleister Black on the count of 2. Both these men are going to have to be careful, probably once they get down to the 5 mark, which they are close at this point. Nice missile leg drop kick. Multiple moonsaults by Aleister Black here. We should have a moonsault counter, but that's going to take too long. Well, that's going to be too much. Just here, Ryback. He's feeling the effects of Aleister Black here. You can tell he's going to exhaust. And there goes Aleister Black through those steel steps I was talking about. He gets monkey flipped by the humongous legs of the big man Ryback. Ryback on count of 8 here. He's going to have to hurry get inside the ring. He does. Aleister Black on count 7. He's going to get in here on count 8. Is he? He's on count 8. He's on count 9. Come on, Black. Get inside the ring. Get inside the ring, kid. Oh, come on. Aleister Black not noticing the count. He just wants to keep trying to destroy Ryback. And in the end, it costs Tommy End, or I guess you could say, costs this man, Aleister Black. Now, guys saw from the title of this episode was Fade to Black. Well, I guess it will not be for Aleister Black, as he did not defeat Ryback here, but we're going to keep that as the title of the video and the thumbnail. In relation, thank you guys for watching the Go Home Show, the week 6 edition of SmackDown. It was a fun one to do. It definitely was a fun one to do. I actually really enjoyed it. I did enjoy the Juventud Guerrera and Ultimo Drag matchup, and I did enjoy the 6-man tag team matchup between Cena, Cesaro, and Ibushi versus Hero, Joe, and Rollins. I did enjoy that one as well. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That was week 6 edition. That was the Go Home Show of SmackDown. Next episode of Universe Mode is going to be the highly anticipated No Surrender SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. Of course, after we do the SmackDown Fallout of this episode, then we do the pay-per-view talk, in which I talk about the match card. Then we do the extra pay-per-view, and then after that, we finish pay-per-view off with the pay-per-view after show talk, in which I review my own matches. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't miss next episode of Universe Mode. Don't miss the No Surrender pay-per-view, probably coming out tomorrow. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and bye.